how do I get out of a stagnant relationship? Stagnant meaning it's not going anywhere, no one is changing, no one is growing, and it's just kind of at like a standstill. I think this happens a lot because either people outgrow each other and they just don't tell each other about it, or you have so much history with this person, like say you have 8 years with them, 3 years with them, like it's a long time to be with somebody, and you just think like, oh, you know, I'm never gonna find anyone as good as them. But I think that's the wrong mentality to have. I think there's so many beautiful people in this world, and if you are in a relationship where you feel like it's literally at a plateau, why should you be in it? I understand you don't want to hurt the other person, but in the end, you're just going to end up hurting yourself and the other person more as the time, you know, goes by. The first thing to do when you feel like you're in a stagnant relationship is to talk about it. I'm talking like real, honest, truthful talking. No bullshit excuses, guys. Just be real honest with each other on why you feel like you're not growing. Because if you want a really good relationship, it means you're both growing. It means you're both changing. You're both trying to do new things. You're both helping each other grow. I've read a lot of books about love and advice, and I realized that it's just better, you know, to rip the band-aid off type mentality. Like, do it now because you might regret it later on, and you deserve to be happy. And I think if you stay in a relationship where you feel like it's like not where you want to be, and it also could be holding yourself back, and I think that's not a good thing. You lived with them, you have to decide, now I have to move out, and those are like major life decisions. I would recommend having a best friend or a family member be with you during this transition, because it's literally one of the biggest transitions of your life, especially if you spend so much time with this person. And this doesn't necessarily have to be about relationships, it can be about friendships. I've had a lot of friendships that, you know, just kind of like plateau. You grow, I grow, and we're just kind of like, we outgrow each other. I think it's normal, but I think that kind of mentality, you should just be open to if that person ever comes back. And if they were not toxic, you know, hold space for them. But I mean, if they were toxic, you literally have to let them go. And you don't owe anyone an excuse because it was toxic. I have to think in a logical way, like my pros and my cons, because my emotions, they get so flustered, especially if I'm dealing with, you know, someone I potentially love, someone I potentially grew up with. It's really hard to beat that feeling of like, we have so much history together, but it really doesn't matter. If you outgrow each other, you outgrow each other. I feel that a stagnant relationship will put you down, it will make you depressed, and there's just no room for growth. And in a world like this, you have to grow, you have to learn, and it's okay if you made mistakes in the past. It's okay, everyone makes mistakes. But if you're doing it for yourself, you know, I don't think that's bad. I think it's good to be selfish sometimes, because you owe yourself that, especially if you've been putting up with it for a long time. Through this, and it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a transition in your life, but it's better to do it now, okay? And it's not gonna be easy, you know, because it's something very intimate, but with time, I promise it gets easier. With time, everything gets easier. Everything starts to heal faster. So just be patient with yourself and the people around you. And you know, if they're not willing to listen, then just cut the cord, go your own separate way. And I think that's the best thing that you could do for yourself, because sometimes when you're alone, you learn more about yourself that you didn't know if you were with another person. You experience different things now that, you know, you are single or you are without that friend. Now you have more space for more opportunities. I think you just have to think about it in that way. If it gets really hard for you, you have to really think about, you know, the whole other side of it. So I'm wishing you the best, and thank you so much for sharing, because I know that probably was tough, but I'm here for you. I've been through it a lot, so